Do-Rag Wisdom, folks, and welcome to Y2K 18.02.25 with 254 days left until the mid-year election. And today I'm concerned with the Supreme Court now hearing the case of Janus versus AFSCME, AFSCME, AFSCME. And this is a very important case. What's going to happen here is there's a creep who doesn't want to pay union dues, doesn't want to be a member of the union, but when the union goes out and does stuff for him, you know, legal things, certain things, legal stuff, protecting his rights to work, all this stuff, they accumulate fees, the unions, when they're doing these defense of people's rights against these greedy employers. So what happens is this creep, Janus, whoever, doesn't want to pay them anything, doesn't want to give the union anything. He wants the union to do stuff for him, but he doesn't want to be a member of the union. So if the Supreme Court decides in his favor, that's a major blow to unions being able to collect dues, being able to collect the fees they need to work for us. And I understand that in this day and age, unions aren't always what they're supposed to be. They can be run by a bunch of crooks themselves. But we're always going to need unions against the rich, greedy scum that live in this world, and especially that live in this country. We have a minority of very, very rich families in this country. The Waltons, the Sinclairs, the Koch brothers, the Adelsons. These bastards, the Trump family among others, these bastards want to take away every right that we have. They want to take away our Social Security, our Medicare, our Medicaid, the Affordable Care Act. They want to privatize the entire planet. They want to get rid of regulations that protect us. They want to get rid of regulations that keep us from drinking poison water. Regulations that protect us from these chemical companies from polluting our streams, that can horribly destroy our children, kill our children. They want to undermine, these rich bastards want to undermine our protections against being injured on the job. They want to undermine every possible imaginable thing that they feel is interfering with their opportunity to make money. You have to read the book The Jungle by Upton Sinclair about the days when there were no regulations, there were no unions, when these rich bastards could get away with anything they wanted. You should read that book. It's about the meatpacking industry. Very frightening. And this administration that we have in here now, because 50% of us didn't vote, because the Democratic Party was overrun by corporate scum who are afraid, a party that's afraid to be truly progressive. And we also had, of course, the third thing, the Republican Party with its voter suppression, with its gerrymandering, with its Citizens United, which enables these rich pieces of crap, these right-wing creeps, to attack our unions. This is a very sad world we live in now, and folks, we have to be careful. We have to be careful about what we are giving up. We have to be paying attention to everything these bastards are doing. And right now in the Supreme Court, if the opposition wins, that's the beginning of the end of our unions, and the beginning of, once again, the oppression of workers and the people. No more middle class, all of us being ruled and persecuted by the rich scumbags, all represented by this Trump Putin traitor bastard. The Supreme Court is not impartial. This is a sad thing. We have a Supreme Court that is infected by partisan politics. whatever president there is, if they can pick a Supreme Court, if they're liberal, if they're conservative, they're allowed to pick jurists that share their point of view. And as far as I'm concerned, a jurist, a justice, a person who's on the court, they have to be impartial. They have to be uncontaminated by their personal biases. And there's got to be another way to make sure that we have impartial justices on the Supreme Court besides what we have now. These rich bastards are working together and are bound and determined to make sure the poor of this country are used, abused, and destroyed. They'll make sure that there's no more middle class. They can join the working class, the poor people. They're going to make sure that every single benefit that we have is gone. And this is all about what's going on in the Supreme Court right now. And this is all about what we have to do, all of us, as patriotic Americans, that we get up off our asses the next election day, we get up and we vote these bastards out, and we send the message to that creep, that traitor in the White House, that we're after his ass too. Workers of the world, unite or die.